What is your name and role in Crossroads?
All right, my name is Paul, and my role in Crossroads, I'm the electrical manager here.
Okay. So first question, do you feel that there is a link between culture and poverty?
No,
Could you expand on that?
the problem is poverty is universal. So you can't say that it's linked to culture because culture is all over the world, right? You get various type of cultures and you get poverty in every culture. So you can't say it's culture orientated. It's not. It's just a disease that's all over the world, which is poverty. It shouldn't be.
Yep. So what are some common misconceptions about poverty?
Well, people think to be poor is not to have money and not to have food. But you can be deprived from social media, that's a form of poverty. You can be deprived from education, but still have food and good clothing, that's also some form of poverty. You can also have a poverty of a lack of social development or entertainment or something that just puts you separate from the rest of the world. That can also be considered a form of poverty. It just depends on how you want to look at the word poverty.
Do you feel empathy towards people in poverty?
Of course I do.
And if so, why?
Well, everybody, no matter who you are, eat, sleeps, and breathe and dreams just like me. Okay? So, and everybody's got feelings and pain just like me. Some has got the advantage of having an education and the advantage to eat. Okay, it's a privilege actually to have that. And so when some people don't have that, it's a human duty and right to help others and to help them get on their feet. That's what we're here for, is to help each other. And that is why I joined Crossroads in any case, was to help the poor.
Okay. So what sort of inconveniences or disadvantages do poor people have to face in their lives?
Poor people,
Yep.
one thing is housing, the other thing is education, other thing is hunger, which is a big thing in the world. Eritrea's just got half of the population is suffering from hunger at the moment due to bad governance, etc. And so poverty, as I said, is lack of money, lack of food, lack of housing, lack of education, lack of clothing. It's just an imbalance in the world where certain rich areas are concentrated on and certain areas they just don't have.
So why aren't some people willing to help or take action?
Some people just have a very selfish tendency. That's how they're brought up, and that's just how they are. And you get people that just self-orientated. It's all about them. It's all that they want. Money, 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 food, 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 what I can own, and never mind the next man. So that is the thing with some people. But fortunately, the majority of people do want to help. They just don't know how.
If people truly knew about people in poverty, do you think that they will be able to emphasize and take action?
Yeah, that's exactly what Crossroads is doing, in fact. Crossroads does the refugee run, introducing poverty and how people struggle all over the world. We just did it in Switzerland. And very, very influential people in the UN sees this. And it's been made a memory resident to them and conscious. They're so conscious of the amount of poor people in the world. That is why guys like Bill Gates, for example, donate hundreds of millions a year. Richard Branson does the same thing. So people do care and they do help. And the more we educate the rest of the world, the more people will help. Crossroads is a living testimony of that. I get people come every day to Crossroads wanting to help because they heard this is the place to come to help the poor.
Okay. Are people in poverty necessarily lazy, or is it the burdens that they face, such as housing prices?
A certain percentage of people are lazy, that's for sure. And a certain percentage of people can't help it. They are forced due to external influences or circumstances. But you can't, there is an element of laziness in some areas, and in some it's just circumstances that has forced them that way. So I would not say that poverty is related to being lazy, but I would say laziness slash unforeseen circumstances is all part of the package.
Okay. So what are the basic needs to survive in Hong Kong and third world countries?
basic needs to survive in Hong Kong is what are the basic needs? Well, the basic needs would be the basic needs: food, clothing, and a place to sleep. And space in Hong Kong is a problem. So if you don't have money for space, you have to deal with pretty cramped areas. Yeah.
And final question. Do you believe international organizations like the UN is taking enough action, as well as NGOs in Hong Kong? Do you think they're taking enough action to help those in need?
No, they're not.
And
Yeah.
if so, what do you think they can do to improve, like help those people more?
I think they should start talking less and do more. That's what I feel. We plan a lot. I do know they do put a lot of money aside to help the poor people, but the percentage of money really reaching its actual intended destination, it's so minute. There's just too many poor people in the world. I do know there's people that are trying to help in the UN, but the amount of help streaming from the UN out into the rest of the world is very limited and very small.
Good. Well, thank you.